everyone, welcome again to my channel. I do apologize for taking such a long break, but I think I'm kind of back now. If you're new here, my name is Okpe. I'm a Nigerian and I live in Tokyo, Japan with my family. In today's video, I have a special guest of honor. With me here is my darling husband, and he's going to introduce himself and tell us what he does before we get right into the video.
Hi everyone, my name is Joshua Oyemi. I'm an AI engineer here in Tokyo, Japan. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So today we'll be talking about our experience as parents. So our daughter turned 2 last month, and we just felt we should share our experience for the past 2 years as parents, what parenthood has taught us so far. Of course, we're not experts, and we just, as first-time parents, we just decided to share our own personal experience, and probably as time goes by, would update the videos. So let's get right in. So we'll be sharing 7 things that parenthood has taught us. Number 1.
7 things. Me?
Yes.
Why? You're putting me on the spot, man.
Yeah, please start.
Alright, I think for me it's more about patience. You need to be patient with a lot of things. You need to be patient with with a newborn, because they don't know what they're doing. There's a lot they're learning so fast, and they're trying out many things, and they don't know what is dangerous from what is not dangerous, what is good from what is not good, like picking food from the ground or trying to poke their hands in the fire and things like that. So you have to be patient. You don't have to be angry that why are you doing that or something like that, which there's a tendency for us to be doing that, and you have to do it and why you need patience, you have to correct over and over and over and over and over again until they understand what you're trying to say. So I think you need patience in that area to be able to correct your child until they understand what you are really trying to pass across, what you're really trying to say. So that's one thing. You have to be really patient with them.
Yeah, for me on patience, I think it has really taught me a lot, because naturally I'm not that patient, but since having a child, and she does some things and I'm like, calm down, she's just a child. The second point is multitasking. Parenthood has taught me how to do a lot of things at the same time, and especially when they are toddlers, you cannot take your eyes off them for 5 seconds. They're already doing something. So there was this day that she took bleach from the bathroom. Can you remember?
Oh my God.
That she took bleach and she came to the living room, and I was in the kitchen, I was cooking, and because I cannot take my eyes off from her, I was just hearing psh, psh. She was spraying the bleach on her clothes, and I was just like, what's that sound? And immediately I checked, I saw that she had sprayed the bleach on her clothes, and I was so scared. I was shaking, I didn't know what to do. As a first time mom, I was really scared. I just bundled her to the bathroom and removed her clothes, soaked it, and just showered her from head to toe with soap and everything I could find. Although she didn't have anything in her mouth, I smelled her mouth and nothing was there, but just to be on the safe side. There's an African thing, maybe it's a Nigerian thing, I don't know, that when you take something that you're not supposed to take, you take palm oil. So I had to give her palm oil immediately. That was the only thing that could come to my mind, but thankfully nothing was in her mouth, but I just wanted to be on the safe side. So it has really taught me how to multitask and do a lot of things at the same time. And for a little child, you have to be very careful, because she can just do things that you don't want her doing. She can just wound herself. So multitasking is another lesson that parenthood has taught me. The third point is that it takes a village. Yes, that's when I used to hear that it takes a village to raise a child. I didn't really understand until I experienced it. It really takes a village. You need all the help that you can get. You can't be the super mom or the super dad. You need to share responsibilities. You need to help each other, or else the other person will be overwhelmed, because it is actually tough. I won't lie. That's one of my most challenging things to do, and yeah, it really really takes a village. So if you have help or if you need help, please don't hesitate to ask for help. And if you have the opportunity to, for someone to help you, please just embrace it as much as you can.
Yeah, and I also think that guys needs to help. I mean, I don't think it should be used in the sense of you need to help your wife. No, it's not really like that. You need to work together in order to raise the child, right? So you're not helping her because she's your. I mean,
It's also
the
your
child
child.
is your. The child is also your child. So you are not helping your wife. You are doing what you're supposed to do. So you need to work together, find ways to collaborate in order to raise the child together. So that's the way I see it. And in the multitasking area, I think women do it better than us. But at the same time, whatever we can do, we should do.
Thank you. The next point is I've learned to take things easy on myself. As a first time parent, you want to like do everything. I remember before I had my baby, I was like, I won't make her eat too much sugar. I won't make, of course, she shouldn't eat too much sugar, but I took it like off the roof. Like, no, she won't watch TV, she won't take sugar, she won't do this, she won't do that. But then I realized that at a point you just have to like let go of some things and take things easy on yourself. For example, if you have a child that is very clingy, is it clingy or clingy? I don't know.
Clingy.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
clingy.
clingy,
Oh.
and follows you everywhere. You're trying to get your own stuff done, and you just have to look for something to distract her. For our child, she likes to stay with us a lot. So even when she has her toys, she still wants to be with daddy or be with mommy. So the only thing that can distract her is a cartoon, basically. And one thing I've even learned is that she learns a lot from the TV. Yes, like a lot of things that she knows now, she learned from the TV. I'm like, how did you learn that? So sometimes TV is not bad. Maybe too much of it is bad, but then sometimes it's not bad. Yeah. So
I think you have to be conscious of and choose what your children will watch on TV. So I really appreciate like the things that she's been watching on YouTube. These days YouTube, right? So she's been doing more of like educational things on YouTube, and she's been learning a lot, numbers, colors. There are sometimes when she started knowing colors, I was really surprised. Like, you already know colors. This is good. So, in as much as there are bad things on TV, at the same time, you have to be able to channel, really watch over the children and understand and like tailor what you want them to see. So she usually sees educational stuff, and that is what really helped to learn all those things that she's learning.
yeah, then another thing I forgot to say is that you can't finish doing everything. So if you feel like, oh, I must, like, for example, if the baby is still young, and when they say sleep when the baby is sleeping, it's
Yeah.
very, very important because you will not
Somebody
have the
needs
time.
to do that.
You will not have
More.
the time to sleep, so just take things easy. That's just it.
So the next point, that's actually my point. Yeah, I realized that you don't know everything, right? As a parent, you don't know everything. There are times that even your toddler knows something knows something that you don't know. So I remember there was this case or this something that happened. So I usually give her this yogurt drink that has like these two layers of. I don't know how they did it, but it has two layers of yogurt or something like that. And our mom used to give all the time. So this particular day, I was the one that was going to give her the yogurt. So and I was now giving her the yogurt, but she was crying. She was really crying, like crying. I didn't understand why she was crying. So I thought she doesn't want to eat the yogurt or she doesn't like the yogurt. But it was later that now I realized that I'm supposed to mix. I'm supposed to mix the yogurt. That's the way she likes it. So at that point in time, I was thinking that what's wrong with this guy? You just like to cry. You just like to cry. So every time you be crying, you be crying, you be crying. But at that point, I realized that I was the one that was wrong because if she is already used to mixing the yogurt, then it's better. That's the way our mom used to give it to her, right? So I should have, also learned how to do that and also mix it for her. So it makes me to understand that even though at that point in time I thought I was right, but later I thought I realized that I was actually wrong. So it's more like something that I keep in my mind to understand that, to know that I might be wrong sometimes also. So I should not be. Sometimes you are too hard on the children, and maybe because we are thinking that I know everything. No, you don't have to think that way. Try to also understand what the child is trying to say. At this stage, they don't have words. All they have is their the cry and the emotions and the tantrum they want to throw. So you have to try to understand what they're trying to say. If you understand, then it's better. But if you don't understand, then you just do what is safe. So don't think that you know everything. Yeah, you can be wrong sometimes.
So the next point is that I've learned is that I should stop comparing my child to somebody else's child or somebody else's situation. Like I used to do that a lot before when she was like maybe like 4 months to 8 months. I'm like, oh, start crawling, start walking, start, especially when you see some people that, on social media, they're like, oh, my child is already flying at 6 months. And you're like, why are you not crawling? See your
Wow.
mate.
Yeah.
So I realized that at the end of the day, everything will fall in place as long as you just commit them to God. Everything will fall in place, so you don't have to compare your child to anybody's child. And especially if you've cleared out any medical issues, like nothing is wrong with the child, like all the checks and the doctor is saying the child is fine, then don't just be patient. Things will the child will still crawl. And the time I realized that I shouldn't worry about all those things was when I thought about it, that in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, all of this will not matter. That child and the other child you're seeing, they'll be talking together, they'll be playing, they'll be running, they'll be jumping. You get, as long as there are no medical issues, then you don't have to worry. Just stop comparing. Your child is not talking yet. As long as there's no speech delays, like there's nothing the doctor has said is wrong with the child, and don't be worried for anything. Don't compare. Just let things go. Yeah, there's some things you can do to enable the child to learn faster and develop faster. But then that doesn't mean that you should see somebody else's child doing something that your child is not doing, and you start feeling bad, or you start comparing. So yeah, stop comparison. That's what I learned.
Yeah, and I also think that every child is unique. That's the first thing you have to know. Every child, every single child is unique, and which means that the treatment that you give to each child is also supposed to be unique. You need to understand your child and find the unique ways to take care of the child. So don't. I also subscribe to that. Don't compare your child. It doesn't matter what other children are doing at their age. It doesn't matter. Once you understand your child, you just give that unique treatment. That's what they need. They need is unique treatment, to be treated uniquely as an individual. So you have to do that, right? So in time, they're gonna come out fine the way you want it.
Yeah, then another thing is that you should know that you are the best parent for your child. So
Yeah.
there are so many people that will come and be like, oh,
What best dad?
yeah, yes. There's so many people that will come and be like, oh, do this and do that. And there's so many advices which sometimes are not bad, probably from experience. But at the end of the day, you are still the parents. You're still the one that knows what is best for your child. So you are the best parent for your child. You still make the best decisions for your child. So just be careful about taking advices from left, right, and center, because you know the best for your child, and you should make the best decision for your child.
Point seven. Yeah, it's that. I think I mentioned it before, like when I was talking about watching TV or watching YouTube. I think you have to be intentional about what you expose your children to. You can't just allow them to be exposed to anything, because you understand that they are in the learning mode, and this mode they are just absorbing different things from left to right. I was surprised at one time when I used to play a song. I used to play that song very well. My wife knows. And there was a day I was just playing the song, and I just realized that this little girl is already like trying to sing the song, and it became a like favorite song. Like whenever I play that song, she's just ecstatic, right? So it made me understand that whatever you are doing, in the presence of your children, that's what they learn. So
True.
you have to be intentional in the things that you are exposing them to, in the things that you are showing them, in the even in the food that you are giving them, where you are taking them to, and things like that. So because at this point, at least I know until age 4, they are just like absorbing a lot of things, and it is what you show to them at this stage that they will kind of be that will be the foundation for what they will build on in years to come. So you have to be really intentional in these early stages.
Yeah, thank you. So those are what we have learned as parents for the past 2 years, sharing from our own personal experience. So if you're a parent and you're watching this, please drop down below in the comment section what you have also learned as a parent, and if you have tips for maybe new parents or to be parents, also drop it down below. And if you have any other thing that you want us to talk about, please drop the comments down below. And also you can follow me on my social media pages, and you'll see that in the description box. So if you cannot drop a comment below, you can follow me on social media and chat me up. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you.
Please share to your friends, family. Please subscribe, please like, and comment, and welcome to the family if you're new here. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.